Brittany Dye. Oh, sorry. My name is Brittany Dye, and I am the marketing and media coordinator here at campus. Miss Gardner called a meeting. She's over activities, and so me and her have been working together and trying to combine the old with the new, so we can make the carnival as good as possible. Basically, what we came up with is that the PAC members, or people who want to volunteer for the carnival, would be in charge of certain things. In the past, we've always been in charge of everything. Like, we've done it all, but we're trying to put a lot of responsibility on the kids as well. And now that we're more established and we have a lot of the games that we purchased and a lot of things, we're hoping that the kids can take over the game booths. So we're going to give the game booths all to the student council, and the student council is going to coordinate with all the clubs on campus. And hi, welcome. Come on in and have a seat. It's kind of intimate. You can take one of this is an old. This is this. Yes. And so we're hoping they can run all the game booths, and we'll be in charge of sponsors, raffles, prizes, setup, cleanup. Even though they will also be in charge of like their cleanup of their own game booths. Okay. So we have about 30 clubs on campus that are forming and who have turned in applications, and all our clubs are student led. So if a student wants to join a club, they have to have at least 10 students who also want to join the club, and they move forward, they put in an application, and they have an advisor, and that advisor would also help with the game booths. So that's nice that we don't have to worry about the games. Yes. Okay, so let me kind of go over how the carnival is run. Have all of you been to the carnival before? Oh, okay, great. Okay, so this event, we try to make it 100% sponsored. Basically, all of the profit we make, and then we divvy that up between whoever helps, clubs and whatever. So everything we try to get donated. For example, if you look on the agenda, under food, the pizza, it says advanced insurance. So advanced insurance would purchase all of the pizza. They would come and run the booth, and we sell tickets, and everything is paid for by tickets. They have a little bin, they get all the tickets, and they give out the pizza. So 100% of the donation, or of what people buy for pizza, goes to us, which is fantastic, and we try to do that for everything. So we've reached out to some of our previous sponsors who previously sponsored the food, and a lot of them have already said yes, they want to come back. So Advanced Insurance always does pizza, they're going to do it again. There's a family here, the Zuniga family, they always donate 300 taco plates. And she comes and she cooks it all, and then we sell those taco plates for $7, and that's 100% profit for our school. Drinks is normally a 50-50, depending on who we get. If it's pop or twisted sugar, or we've had fizz in the past, and they normally do a 50-50 cut. So they would keep track of all of their tickets. We would count them, they would count them, and then we would split the profit. Unless we want to try something different. If there's and that's fine too. Like if whoever's on the food committee, if they wanted to have parents do it, and all we had to do was buy syrups and get sodas, like we could do that as well. But sometimes we're all really busy during the carnival time, so it's easier to just have someone else do it and they donate part of the profits. Snacks and Chips has previously been clubs, but since they're doing all the games now, we would have to find. I know Magnesium has done it in the past. So someone can reach out to them. Cotton candy, we have a cotton candy machine. So if we buy all the supplies, we would just need people to run that machine. And a lot of times people will come in the day or two before and make a lot of cotton candy and bag it, so it's already pre-made. Cotton candy is one of our biggest lines. Snow cones are one of our biggest lines. What are some of the other ones? I can't remember right now. But those are definitely, pizza, yes, but it goes pretty fast. Yeah. Donuts, we used to have Dr. B's Dentistry. His kids used to go here, but they moved, so they no longer go here anymore. But we could reach out to other dentists around and and see if they, so basically they would just purchase all the donuts and come on the booth, and they can have whatever material they want at the booth as well. And kind of funny that donuts would be a Texas. But whatever. Nachos, Lever and Gardner for the past 8 years have always done our nachos, and they were happy to say yes, we want to do them again. Popcorn, we normally get donated from also a parent who, a parent from a student who goes here owns the company Popped, and it's just flavored popcorn, but she always donates bags of just plain popcorn, and we bag it in smaller bags, and then we sell it for $1 a piece, or a ticket a piece. So that's how that goes. And then snow cones, we've previously in the past got Bahama Bucks. They went out of business during the pandemic. So we're going to have to either find someone else or figure out something for that. So then we create a map. Once we go
all the different booths, they don't have to deal with any like money. They just deal with tickets. Okay, so that's easier.
Yeah, we pre-sell tickets. We pre-sell Carnival tickets. They're $1 for a ticket. But the good thing is all the games are free. Every single game is free. That's how we get people there. And then they love to just spend money on the dinner and the food and the treats because they're like, great, all these games are free. My kids can play and play and play and play, and then they just stay.
Can tickets be purchased at the?
Yes. Sometimes there are long lines at the place. That's why we really try like 2 weeks in advance to have kids bring in, and we'll have normally we have someone set up in an office, like a volunteer, and we send home papers with every kid, and it just says like how many tickets you'd like to buy. This is how much everything will be. All games are free. I think it kind of says up here like tickets are $1 for 1 ticket. Food tickets are sold from 1 to 7 tickets, just depending on what they get. But normally on the pre-sale tickets, I have it listed out. Like pizza costs this much money. Bounce houses are 5 tickets, but that's for a wristband. They can go all night long for 5 tickets. The dunk tank is 5 tickets for 3 balls. The punch button is 20 tickets if they just want to punch have their teacher call in. Face painting and French braiding is between 3 and 5 tickets, and then balloon animals is 3 tickets. So
there's a wristband, right? Or
it says bounce house wristband. You see that?
yeah, how much is the
5 tickets. So it would be $5.
That was a separate thing for buying a wristband for a limited amount of things.
No, just the bounce house, yeah. Because all the other games are free. They can go and play all the games over and over. Normally, they also get another wristband. They'll get like a certain color, like if we did a gold wristband, that would be just for the games. And then when they play a game, the student who's running the game will mark it, and depending on how many marks they get, they go to the prize table, and they'd be able to pick a prize. If you played 1 to 5 games, if you played 10 to 20 games, it'd be like a big prize. So that's how that kind of works. But yeah, we normally do a map. This is all inside the playground, but we are going to expand to outside the playground as well, so we'll have to make this a little smaller. And then we highlight all the food booths in yellow. So people can see like, okay, I want this or this, and so all the food booths are in yellow. We've previously used restrooms on the inside, but we're going to be getting porta potties so no one goes inside the school. Nothing is done inside the school. I made little notes on these because we have to strategically place the food booths depending on their needs. Like nachos, they always need electricity, so we need to make sure they're over by one of the doors, the outside doors of the playground, so that way they have access to that. Tacos, she always needs electricity as well. So, okay, so that's like the food, that's kind of how we run things. I believe we said that the carnival was gonna go 6 to 9 this year because there's a game at 5, there's a JV game at 5, there's a parade at 5:30 with the homecoming court, the secondary homecoming court. There's a varsity game at 6. So we're hoping that like maybe 6 o'clock comes, we'll have a lot of elementary parents come, hang out with their students, and then kind of after that, the high school kids will trickle in from the game. From the home, because it's a homecoming game. This is homecoming week. So the whole week they'll be doing lots of events and dress-up days that include everyone in K-12. They're also going to be selling shirts with the events of the week on the back of the shirt. So it says, it's cute, it's like, their theme is time after time, like a decades theme. And so every day is a different decade, and the kids can apparently fully dress in decades. That's awesome. So that shall be interesting. But yes, another big thing that we have is raffles. Normally, number 30, we have it kind of in the middle of the middle of the map, or the middle of the whole thing is our raffle prizes. We get raffle prizes from all over. If you look on the back, it'll tell you a lot of our raffle sponsors, and they range from like little things like Little Caesars gift cards to like big things. There's a lot of times like someone donates a Brian condo for a weekend, or or show tickets, or nights tickets, big UFC packages. We just try to kind of call. A lot of times, our friend Leah Glenn has been in charge of the sponsors, and she takes our kids and in their uniforms and takes them to different businesses and sends them in. She's like, hi, and the kids ask, and normally they'll give us something. And if it's small, sometimes we'll bring it back and we'll make bigger things, like bigger baskets out of it. Williams-Sonoma, my mother-in-law used to work there, so she always used to donate like big Williams-Sonoma baskets, which she probably can again. And we just reach out to all of our parents. In the newsletter, we'll throw out there, hey, if you own a business or know a business who would like to be a raffle sponsor, please send them our way.
Are all of these still on board, or?
No, I haven't contacted hardly any of these.
Okay.
I'm not really sure who has and hasn't been contacted yet. I know that like Advanced Insurance,
Bahama Bucks is out.
yeah, Popped is in, Tempo's in, Magnesium I'm sure would be in. We haven't contacted them, but
Okay.
they're always on board with those.
Okay.
Southern Hills Hospital always comes and does a booth, like they give away little bears, it's really cute. We've had Tahiti Village donate a weekend there as well. So it just depends on where people work too, like if they work in the show industry, they can get a lot of times different shows.
Yeah.
We've had a limousine ride and like a 5-course dinner at the Four Seasons, like lots of different things. It's really just reaching out and trying to get as much as we can, because we make a lot of money on our raffle.
Yeah.
Raffle tickets are sold in packs, and they're only sold day of. There are no pre-sales. No pre-sales of raffle tickets. And then we make them write their names on the back of the ticket, and then they can put them wherever they want. They keep a ticket, they put a ticket. So there's that, and they're sold, 5 for $5, but then once you get up to 100, like you can get 35 extra raffle tickets for $100. And you don't even know. Some people come and they put in all their tickets. It's great. Okay, so that's kind of the raffle and sponsor committee. Next committee is game prizes and water bottle donations. In the past, we've had class bombs for every elementary classrooms. I don't think they're doing that this year. I think they're still trying to work out the kinks, but what they did say you can use is all of this student support paraprofessionals. So instead of having class bombs, they would be, whoever's on this committee would be in charge of working with the SSPPs and getting them sign-up geniuses, helping them do that. And then they can collect, and we would just have to kind of organize. Basically, it's game prices and water bottles. When we get a bunch of water bottle donations, we then go and sell it for $1, and then that's all profit for us. So we put them in big garbage cans full of ice, and we put them at all the booths. So we have like if the pizza booth has water, we'll put his water in a separate, like a ticket in a separate section, depending on if actually it wouldn't matter with him because he gives 100% of the profit. But like PAC wouldn't sell any water. If they want water, they can go to any other booth and get water. So that's how that works. We just we just ask for, 5 to 8 people in each class to donate packs of water, like a Costco pack of water, and then we just store it, and then we sell it. And then also game prizes. We don't care what they bring because it's free. We end up separating it and putting it on this prize table, and then if it's a nicer prize, we put it in the higher, ticket, the higher booth, whatever it is, like 10, 50, whatever it is. So we just ask that like another 5 to 10 parents bring some kind of prizes, like a pack of 20 or a pack of 50, or they go. We also normally give lists, like links to different prizes, Oriental Trading, Target, wherever, and we say, hey, if you don't know what to buy, this is bag and sent to the school. So that's a way people can help, and that's it doesn't seem like a big undertaking, but when you're dealing with rainbow classes and Durango classes, that's 6 rounds in each grade. Talking with the SSPs, it's really good to have multiple people involved trying to help navigate those things. Okay, and then setup crew. This is just for people who maybe just want to volunteer on the day, or if they want to do multiple committees, they could be on the setup crew. It's preferable if they're here all day, so that way they can help guide people to set up. Like if parents come set up a game booth for their kid that's in a club, we can tell them like, okay, you know the map, you know where we're putting you, this is where you'll go and set up. And then they're just making sure everything is ready to go by the time the carnival starts. They probably wouldn't be able to like really go to the parade, even though the parade's right here, they'd be able to see it, but not be like in the parade. Kind of just helping get everything set up so we're ready, because we haven't decided if it's going to be like kind of a short day or not. Like they're thinking they might have October 10th be a 1 o'clock out day, like an hour earlier, kind of, instead of a later day or a later time. So they're still deciding that because they can't do it any earlier than 1, or it would cut into our hours. But I think after 1 is considered a full day. And then cleanup crew. Cleanup crew, this committee is like, if there's parents out there who really can't do much, but they're like, listen, I'm gonna be at the carnival, I can stay and I can help clean up. And that's a huge undertaking. Most of the, if the game booths, if they're setting up a game, they also have to tear down. It's part of, they don't tear down and clean up, that's part of, they don't get their money. So that also, the cleanup crew would be in charge of, if they see any trash on the floor, having people walk around and, you know, they can be playing with their kids, but also they are responsible if they see something on the ground that's dirty, like they would know, okay, I should clean this up, you know, or I should get someone to clean it up, or have some get some help, or pick up trash, or whatever. So those are the committee options. Does anyone have any questions? I know I went over a lot. But what I think we're gonna do, I think we'll send out this video to all the parents who signed up, which was about 50 parents who are interested in helping. I'm going to email this out as well to let people know that these are the committees, and then if people wanted to pick committees, we'll have another meeting next Thursday, not Friday, so we're going to do Thursdays from now on. Thursdays at 8:30 in the morning here at Durango. So every Thursday until the carnival.
Okay.
There will be a meeting at 8:30 here at Durango. And we will then be separating into our committees, and then talking about what we've accomplished in the week previous, or if anyone needs help, or whatever else is going on. Does that sound good? Is anyone interested in being like a committee head, like a head of a committee? Or if you want to think about it, that's okay too, but we're also looking for a committee head, someone who can say, all right, what do we got? Or yes, you do this, yes, you do this. So that way not everyone's doing the same thing. And if not, that's fine. I think it's fine depending on what it is. Because I feel like you can still do a lot. I know, but it's really just organizing before, you know? So yeah. Oh, yes, that would be perfect. Okay.
Do we already have some game cards?
I don't think so.
No, I don't think so.
I think they
were split up for
treasure box.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. They took them, it was all, and gave
yeah.
it all the kids for treasure box. So I don't think we have any.
Is Leah still doing the sponsors?
Do you want to? I mean, like, she's
I mean,
helping.
I can help her.
Anybody that knows us, like, just try to go get us.
Okay.
Yeah, like
Don't
maybe
leave it all up to one
Right.
person.
Yeah, everyone can do it, and these are just committees, like, so if you for sure wanted to, you can do that and something else. You
Okay.
know? It's not like you're limited to one committee. If you feel like you have the capacity to go out and you're able to do that, then yes, by all means, help as much as you can, right?
Right.
Also, we don't want to overwhelm anyone. It does get a little crazy towards the end. We're running around with chickens with our heads cut off. But to do those things. So that's why I say it's whatever your capacity is. If you can help with all the things, that's what we need to.
I
You know, we need
help
people
with a little
involved.
bit of everything.
Perfect.
I just, unfortunately,
Yeah.
do like a whole thing.
And that's okay. That we're happy with any help, honestly, any help you can get, whatever. If you get one raffle prize, that's great. That's one less one for you.
What about like business donations financially? Like what if?
We definitely take those. Oh, that actually reminds me. Yes, I have these that I haven't finished changing over from AMPLUS or from APA to AMPLUS. But these, yes, and I can send this to everyone too. Basically, it's a chart, like, this is what we would give to someone who's interested in donating. So they can either, in between, this is a Carnival Food Booth A, which all your donations and food and drink, right? So this is what advanced insurance would do. Someone, like this one is partial donations, that would be someone PAC would do. This is a Carnival game station. If they wanted to come and run a table, like Southern Hills Hospital, they do this. They pay for space, and then they come and run a thing. We don't make any money off them, but it's like another game we don't, that we can offer. Sponsor table, if they just want materials, they don't wanna do a game, they're not providing anything else, they would pay $250 for a table. This would be someone like Kids Are Kids, they're like, oh, we don't wanna run a game, but we wanna be there to promote our company. Okay, great, $250, there. In-kind donations, this is all, Carnival food and drink donations, just if they, or, if they just want, oh wait. They're in-kind donations, like let's say they, like the Brian had commented, that person owns a bunch of Airbnbs. They can say, okay, this is a valued at $1,000, so our logo would be behind here, that's why people just buy behind here, because they're here in the platinum sponsorship. If it's lower, their name goes here. But that's anything from, Candles ice cream, gift certificates, dinner gift certificates, any of that.
What if they just want to give money?
Yeah, if they want to give us money,
We'll take that too.
we will take that. We will take anything. If they, it's all tax deductible, we would just have to, they would have to fill out, this is just more information, how, if they, sorry, oh my gosh, I'm so hot. We ask them if they would like to sponsor, they can also send out an email to all of their clients or all of their clientele and invite them also. This is a community event, this is not just an AMPLUS thing, we want this to be a big community event where people come, bigger every year. These are pictures and images they can use on their website or wherever, like, hey, these are past Carnival. And then here's where they would, and I can add a line for monetary donations. So I'll do this. I gotta finish this.
If they do the monetary donations, does it go towards like, I don't know, if they needed water or the toy, the prize?
It will either go to anything we need, or it can also go to like dunk tank, the dunk tank or the bounce houses, any of that.
Okay.
Yeah, we would make a sign for them depending on how much the donation is, and we would put it up by that game booth or whatever, and be like, oh, they just went, they are sponsor of this game. Yes. And then we have all of our information, like, see, I have to change, I haven't finished, sorry guys. I have to change this, and then there are in-kind donations, if they just wanna donate, an item, or, if they wanna donate, like, goods, you know, then they can fill out this, and, so I can send all this out, in the email. Okay, I think we got over everything, awesome.
We talked about the claims assignments.
Yep.
Where the money's going to.
Oh, we didn't talk about where the money's going to. Okay, shoot, I didn't write that down.
So 45% of the money that we collect will go to our clubs and we get like into their particular clubs. So we now have 22 active clubs. Right now we get to update all the new ones that have come in, but kids are wanting to start clubs, environmental clubs, garden clubs. It's awesome what the kids are doing. So we like that opportunity for them to have money in their coffers so that they can do fun activities with their clubs. And then the other part is going to be a fund that goes back into the school for kids that need uniforms or lunches or things like that. So it's directly benefiting the kids. Since we've been cracking down more on the uniforms, sometimes, actually a lot of the times, the issue why they're not in uniform is that they don't have the money to be able to do the uniform part of it. Not all of it, but some of it. But also in shoes and clothes and fees for sports and different things. So that's what we talked about in the meeting. So we'll just make sure we always have a fund.
Yeah, I think they called it a community, it was community fund, something like that.
I
in the morning, it starts after afternoon.
It can start depending on if the kids do indoor recess, which we have talked about that they probably will do indoor
So
recess.
that we can at least start
We
getting
can
it out there?
start getting, like the bounce houses will have to get out there.
Right.
The game booths, if parents want to come set up game booths, or like during fifth period, like the student council would be released, would be excused for the day, and they can also help set up.
And the individual committees, they're going to set up their own booths.
That's the idea.
Okay,
Yes.
hopefully.
Yes, and the other thing that we would do, we just have to get approval from the charter authority in the state is if we could do an assembly day, because that's usually an early out type of day, so that we can have like those couple hours built in. Yes.
Oh, so Carnival is done.
It was for 2019, I don't think it was.
No,
But every other time, yes.
And so the other added element is that we have the students of physical bodies, I know parents did all of the setting up, the during and the tearing down after, so we have the actual students, and we said to them, if you would like to get paid for your club, then you have to do the before, the during, and the after. So that's the trade-off, in order to have that go through. The other thing is we have some students who are great musicians, and they have bands, and their friends put together bands, so we're gonna have to stage, so that we can have them play in the background, so it's like a fun event to bring secondary and elementary community together.
They've already talked about moving right here, right, in the circle. So we're going to have to move this over, or put it over here.
And Ms. Weissens was actually something for us today, but she was at our last meeting. She mentioned, at her previous school, they had, a pop-up tent sponsored by, an organization, and that would be chairs underneath the pop-up tent, if people just needed a place to sit down. Because a lot of this is hustle and bustle and moving around, but if somebody needs to sit, we can make that responsible.
Sorry.
Yeah.
During the carnival.
Is there gonna be multiple?
Yeah.
But just have
Yeah,
it.
it's later.
It's later this year.
Yeah, normally we start at 5, the sun's up from 5 to 7,
Yeah,
it starts the sun. So we'll probably only have an hour of sun, 6 to 7, but it'll almost be down over the mountain.
Yeah.
So hopefully it'll be
I'll give it to him,
nice.
just if you wanna put,
Nice enough. It normally is pretty nice, like I've never, the kids love, like,
They like
it's
it.
like,
We're talking about the parade leading to the
you're welcome.
Yes.
Hi, Sebastian.
I want to break
She did
into
great.
Carnival. I think I got through everything. I said kind of how it was run, how the program's set up. I talked about all the different
Yeah, we'll
communities,
call him down.
what is already,
Put that on
like
there.
seniority of like,
I'll go right here, then I'll-
sponsors and want to come back.
awesome.
See you later. Okay, have you signed yourself in, sorry?
Okay, and then I said every Thursday now, from now on, until the thing, until the carnival, we'll have a meeting at 8:30 here.
On Thursdays.
On Thursdays.
Yes, on Thursdays. Okay.
And I put that on, well, the email is on there, yes. So,
And we're gonna send another one out, just, again, because we want
Yes.
everybody to.
We just started that today.
we are recording this, hopefully they can hear, I don't know.
Yes.
We'll see, but if not, we can, so we're recording it, we're gonna send it to all the families who did sign up. And then we're also gonna post it on our website and put it in our newsletter. Okay? Alright, well, I think that's it for now, unless there's more questions.
That's a lot of information.
A lot of information, but quick, we were quick.
Who volunteers for the dunk team?
The staff.
The teacher.
Okay, so normally we have, no, it's a great question. I'm not sure how they're doing it this year, but normally we have, the kids vote on who they would like to dunk.
Oh, that's.
And then we send those people first to sign up Genius with time slots, 30-minute time slots. They sign up, then we'll send it to all staff if we have more,
If you need
if
more.
we need more dunkers. And then we put up a schedule about 3 to 4 days before the carnival, so people can see when they wanna be there to dunk their. Yeah.
And there's always a line.
Yeah.
My daughter will use all of her tickets to punch it.
Yes, it's so much fun, it's so much fun. And we have 2 dunk tanks, and we talked about getting 3, but I'm not sure if that's,
Is it warm?
no.
It's water.
It's always water.
It's freezing, and that's why we send it out, like, the people who really wanna get dunked, or
And
who
especially now that
kids
it's
want to. I know,
Yeah.
it's gonna be cold, and that's why most people wanna get on and sign up for like the earlier times,
So
like
it's
right
still
at the beginning.
sunny out?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
As far as games, do you guys have like games that you guys reuse, like, okay.
Oh, do you have 8? Oh. Because I'm like, listen, we're up to anything. Every year we thought, every year we like just things, or people have donated
And
certain things. Like someone made a mystery fishing thing, we kept that all year, or all the years, and we just fishing, or, we have a cheese wheel that you kind of throw and it goes, and we purchased that. We purchased bounce houses one year from the one we made. So a lot of times we'll purchase things so that way we come up with a thing, so every year we do the same games.
So next Thursday, we'll have the list of all the games and the prices, so that we can see where everything else is.
Okay. I have a weird question.
Yeah.
So, if there's already like dentistry people on here, is it weird? Oh, it could be multiple.
It could be multiple,
dentistry? Okay.
yeah. Because guess what, how many kids are at the school? Not all
Right.
2,000 kids are gonna go to one dentist.
Okay.
They're not gonna like one dentist, we give options.
Okay.
We're not necessarily exclusive
Perfect. Okay.
unless they wanna pay us a lot of money to be exclusive. They can't 100% be exclusive, but we need a lot more money than this.
Okay, I've got a question.
Yeah.
So, say if we get, snacks and chips, like a donation for that, but then that person that wants to donate doesn't wanna actually manually work the booth.
Okay.
Who actually do you have other people like us that would volunteer to do
We
that?
would have to come up with like a volunteer situation.
Because I could see that happening. Like,
Yes,
I don't wanna
100%.
manually work the booth, but I'll give you some.
And we'll take whatever they wanna give us and we'll find people to man the booth. Like that's what we would do, that's what we would discuss like at a committee meeting, like next week, if you got someone that says, yeah, I have someone who wants to donate all of the stuff, but they don't wanna run a booth, and we'll say, okay, who can we get, who can we brainstorm, and do we wanna pay someone to run the booth all night long from the profits of that, right? Like that can work too.
And then this is my first year at a kindergarten, so I have no idea, so like for that thing, how many, like monetary, how much you would actually have them donate? Like snack and chips, what is the amount that they need to donate?
Oh, yes, go ahead.
Like, I have no idea what.
Like I said, we take anything.
Or
So
what the suggested amount would be
the
for any
suggested,
drinks or any other type of like private.
anywhere I would say from $50 on up. Well, any of that will help. No matter what, it'll help us pay for whatever food, it'll help us pay for water.
Or if they actually, once the same stuff costs,
And
any
cost,
cost,
we would tell them we expect 2,000 people to us. Yes, that's what people we expect. And we're hoping more, we have a lot more students, this year than we've ever had before. So that's what like our normal is 2,000 people. I'm expecting a lot more this year, but also we always get nervous when we're in the show. Right, like we're like, so but normally we expect over 2,000 people, so whatever. But also there's a lot of different things, so like donuts, I think the guy, I think he bought, what, 50 dozen or more than that, 100 dozen, and he sold out in 2 hours. Tacos, I think we got fast.
and so like, say you said you had the cotton candy machine.
Yes.
Okay. And you want to pre-pack it and stuff.
Yes.
Okay. You have to go to the back.
You can put it in a purchase order, so that way you guys aren't buying it. If someone, unless someone donated money, and you're like, okay, well, we're gonna someone donated $200 in cash, I would go purchase the thing and bring it there. There you go. That's just easier. This person donated right? But if the check, if it's just like a check, we would have to do the purchase order, and she would purchase it. So that's easy too. We can take it back and we don't have to.
I know like the Marcus is really good. It's like, where's the money?
Yeah, anything. Yeah, give it to us. We'll take it. Because it will benefit. Somehow it'll benefit and it'll make us save more money, right? So, yeah, I'm trying to think what else. Yeah, monetary donation, any kind of donation we will take. I think the biggest thing right now is getting, if you're interested in helping with that, is like getting people to do the food booths. Companies to actually come and do that for free or partial. But most of the time we like it for free because everything else is free. In the spring, but they can do whatever they want. Like, so Kingdom Plumbing comes and they do a game called Potty Toss.
Oh, so we do a game.
They can if they want, they don't have to. it's whatever their capacity is. So they have their employees come. It's like a thing for them every year. It's like, okay, we're sponsoring this carnival. I need all my employees, and he pays his own employees to be there. They run a game. They have a booth where they have something else that they're giving out, whatever. And then he always donates like a big water softener for his own raffle. He does his own raffle, and we let him do that. Like if he wants to sponsor, and he's doing something where, so he has these, he wraps toilet paper and tape, like so it's just a chunk, and then it's a big empty potty, and it's a potty toss on it, and they have to throw into the toilet, right? It's so fun. So that's what he does. Like I said, advanced insurance, it's also a community event for them, like for their employees, so he will pay an employee to come and do the pizzas. And so he contracts with Marco's, and Marco's delivers every 15 minutes, and he'll call and say, I need 8 pizza, 8 cheese, 8 pepperoni, and they'll be here in 15 minutes. Every 15 minutes, there's hot pizza. So they come and they coordinate all that. We don't coordinate any of that. He coordinates that himself, and all the profit goes to us. So that's like someone who would want to do that. Like, hey, if you want to make this a business community event, a chiropractor, if he wanted to promote his chiropractic business, he could do massages for 10 minutes, right? And he pays his own employees to do that, and he donates that to us, and people pay 3 tickets for 3 minutes, or whatever it is.
So if somebody wanted to donate some of these things that we need, can their business name be listed?
Depends on
Or is
how
that
much.
not how-
Depends on how much. Like if someone just wants to donate a pack of hot dogs or a pack of hummus, like I'm sorry, like we
It
need
should
more
be
than
around
that.
that 200 sponsorship amount.
Ideally, the food ones, we'd like to get them to run it themselves and donate their time.
Gotcha.
Ideally for that, we would want them to run it so we don't have to worry. That's one
So
less
that we
thing
can
we
let
worry
it
about.
go
Right,
to
so
them.
we find businesses who are interested, sometimes, like again, Kingdom Plumbing, they came and sponsored a staff breakfast. He brought his big trailer of, his griddle and all his stuff, and he actually made it. So like, if some company had like a hot dog thing or a big griddle that they could just cook hot dogs the whole time, that would be ideal, and he would run it.
Okay.
The snacks and chips is a little easier, but if someone wants to contact Magnesium, they did it last time, and they purchased all the chips for Sam's Club. They come, it's $1, it's a ticket for a bag of chips or cookies.
I feel like snacks and chips could donate it easily.
Right, no, but Magnesium wants to do it.
Well, right, but if we can get Magnesium to like do hot dogs, or.
If they want, I just don't know if that's right for them.
Right.
Right, so, if.
Well, and don't we have a parent that has a smoking room?
Yeah, Karen said she did.
So, okay.
Yeah, so that's what I'm like, whatever less we can do, like, I would rather the parents donate other things if we can get this whole roof covered, right?
Right.
So, but anyways, yeah, like Weaver and Gardner, they pay a person and she comes and she does it all night long. She gets her own people and her own band, and they do it all night long. Dunk tanks, they just send money. So we're gonna have to have someone sit with the dunk tanks. So the more companies we get to do a whole booth and run it on their own, that is ideal. But if we can't, we'll take whatever.
Okay, so right now you need the hot dogs.
The hot dogs is huge. If we can get someone to do hot dogs, that's huge. And that's like I would say they want at least 1,000 hot dogs.
So
Like
hot
at
dogs, you have
least.
pizza, you have tacos, you don't have drinks.
Drinks, I don't know if Leo's contacted anyone.
And we donuts, you don't.
I thought she was talking about.
I think she was
Okay,
fine.
okay, so maybe,
Donuts, you need somebody?
yes. And normally it is, I feel like the pediatric, the dentist guy, he brought a bunch of toothbrushes and gave out like a free toothbrush with his name on it, you know? And so like that's like free advertising for them for over 2,000 kids, you know? Yeah. I would say the people who just want to donate money for like the bounce houses and the dentist, like those. And then also prizes or raffles, like sponsor stuff, like for raffle prizes. Like sometimes we have to do like a package or add some stuff to
In the
something.
past, we like to gift baskets.
Yeah.
Like random
That's
things
what
that
we
people
used to
come.
do at our old school, that our old school was very small, and had under 100 kids, and so
restaurant gift certificates or, you know,
We put like movie gift baskets,
Yeah,
or
okay.
like gift cards, and you put like some candies in it. and we-
Yeah, we've done like family fun nights where they're like extreme flipping out passes with ice cream at the end or something, or McDonald's gift cards or whatever. Yeah, we put stuff together, we just take whatever and then we assess. That's what we do at one meeting, like, okay, here's all of our last prizes, what can we put together to make it look a little bit better? So, yeah, alright, any other questions? Okay, great, thanks for coming, and we'll see you guys next Thursday. And if you feel like you wanna go get raffle prizes and stuff already, you go ahead and do that, and bring it to the next meeting. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Alright, thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Okay, you want to with that?
Yes. Thank you so much. How's your hip? Good? Okay, good. Alright, that's good. I have a friend who's like in the hospital with COVID right now, and he's getting back, like. I could probably edit.
So you're gonna post it on the website, right?
Leah was asking.
This?
Yeah, Leah and April were both asking.
Yeah, I'm gonna
But I
post it on the
don't feel
website.
like